Will Tara Calico ever be found? The unsolved mystery of a missing girl. On a seemingly ordinary morning in 1988, 19-year-old Tara Calico left her home in Belen, New Mexico, for a bike ride that she took almost every day. What was supposed to be a routine ride turned into a chilling disappearance that has haunted her family and community for over 3 decades. Despite extensive searches, mysterious clues, and widespread media attention, Tara's fate remains unknown. Explores the harrowing story of Tara Calico, the investigation that followed, and the ongoing quest for answers. The day Tara Calico vanished. Tara Calico was an active young woman known for her involvement in sports like cheerleading, softball, skiing, and tennis. At the time of her disappearance, she was a sophomore at the University of New Mexico and enjoyed the solitude of her daily 17-mile bike rides along a familiar route. On September 20, 1988, Tara told her mother she was going for her usual ride and planned to return in time to play tennis with her boyfriend. She left at 9:30 a.m. and assured her mom that if she wasn't back by noon, her family should start looking for her. But when noon passed and Tara hadn't returned, her mother grew concerned. She drove along Tara's route, expecting to find her walking or cycling, but there was no sign of her. The area was isolated, serene, and typically safe, nothing like the scene of a crime. As panic set in, Tara's mother called her boyfriend and the police. The small town of Belen, New Mexico, was not accustomed to disappearances or violent crimes, so the community quickly banded together to search for Tara. The initial search and clues. Sergeant Joseph Rowland of the Valencia County Sheriff's Office, who later became the lead investigator, described the early search as intense and desperate. Over several days, volunteers combed the area on foot, horseback, and with the help of dogs. They even used boats to search the nearby Rio Grande River. The community's efforts were tireless, but the results were minimal. Some clues emerged that hinted something sinister had happened. Tire tracks were found about 2.5 miles south of Rio communities, appearing as if a vehicle had spun out near the roadside. The tracks were close to bicycle marks, suggesting a scuffle might have taken place. A broken piece of a yellow Walkman cassette player, which Tara was known to carry, was discovered nearby. Along Highway 47, a cassette tape belonging to Tara was also found. Witnesses reported seeing a girl riding a bike while a Ford pickup truck followed closely behind at a suspiciously slow speed. One witness saw a person run from the front of the truck to the passenger side and jump in, while Tara seemed unaware of the vehicle trailing her. These sightings painted a troubling picture of harassment or abduction. The mysterious Polaroid photo. Months passed without new leads, until a shocking discovery in Florida reignited hope and fear. On June 15, 1989, a Polaroid photograph was found in a convenience store in Port St. Joe. The image showed a young woman and a boy, both bound and gagged in the back of a van. The girl bore an uncanny resemblance to Tara Calico. "I have pictures that look identical. If I had to say yes or no, I would say yeah," Tara's sister, Michelle Dole, said about the photo. The photo sparked a nationwide media frenzy, with coverage on shows like America's Most Wanted and Oprah Winfrey. The FBI took over the investigation, hoping the photo would lead to Tara's whereabouts. A book with an indecipherable phone number scribbled on its cover was also found next to the photo, but efforts to decode the number failed. The connection to Michael Henley. The photo also brought attention to another missing child, Michael Henley, who was reportedly the boy in the image. Michael had disappeared 2 months before Tara, during a camping trip with his father in New Mexico. His parents believed he was alive at the time the photo was taken, but tragically, his remains were found a year later in the Zuni Mountains. The official cause of death was exposure. Despite extensive analysis by the FBI and Scotland Yard, the authenticity of the photo remains disputed. The FBI concluded the girl was not Tara Calico, while Scotland Yard suggested otherwise. This conflicting expert opinion left the family and investigators torn between hope and skepticism, theories and community speculation. Over the years, many theories have surfaced about what happened to Tara. Some believe she was abducted by someone she knew, while others think she was the victim of a hit-and-run incident. Michelle Dole, Tara's sister, has been especially vocal about her belief that the truth lies close to home. She speculated that local boys might have been harassing Tara, driving alongside her and possibly hitting her either intentionally or by accident. The scuffle near the tire tracks could be evidence of this confrontation. Michelle also suspects a cover-up involving families in the community and believes that some people know what happened but are afraid to speak out. Despite skepticism from outsiders, these local theories persist, fueled by rumors and whispered conversations. The community remains divided between those who want closure and those who prefer silence. The challenges of justice and closure. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of Tara's case is the statute of limitations. If Tara was murdered or abducted on September 20, 1988, many of the potential crimes have statutes of limitations that have now expired. This legal barrier complicates the pursuit of justice and leaves Tara's family in a painful limbo. Yet, what the law cannot erase is the family's determination. Michelle Dole continues to search for answers, working on a podcast with Tara's old classmate Melinda Escabel to keep the case in the public eye. The podcast aims to uncover new information and encourage people who may know something to come forward. "It's never going to be over until it's over," Michelle said. "If anybody thinks that this is going to go away and be swept under the rug again, it's not. I'm going to continue with this. This is not going away." Current investigations and hope for the future. After more than 30 years, the Valencia County Sheriff's Office, led by Sergeant Joseph Rowland, remains committed to the case. The FBI has re-engaged with fresh resources, and investigators continue to follow leads. The hope is that advances in forensic technology and renewed public interest may finally bring closure to Tara's family. The story of Tara Calico is a powerful reminder of how a small town can be shaken by the sudden disappearance of one of its own, and how a family's love can fuel a relentless quest for truth. Though decades have passed, the mystery endures, and the search for Tara Calico continues.